4 city councilors, 2 state senators, and 1 state representative heard allegations from men claiming abuse at the hands of 2 former police officers.
Drive the road.
Tonight, one former police detective claims one case from the 1980s was, he says, purposely thrown out, raising questions.
Out of my hands, small boats on the beach, you're dead.
My innocence was taken away from me.
2 men, now adults, have recently filed reports with the Attorney General saying they were abused by the same officer when they were teenagers. When they were teenagers. When they were teenagers. When they were teenagers.
Both investigations identified numerous boys and young men who alleged sexual abuse at the hands of Captain Gaudette.
So much evidence you haven't seen or don't fathom because you, the mayor, refuse to look at it.
We reached out to the officer several times over the past month and have not heard back. We also asked Biddeford Police for a comment on this story, but they declined.
I was befriended with him earlier than when I got molested. Probably I was like 10, and I got molested when I was like 13.
The second thing I'd like to bring up is that I just want to acknowledge that we're in receipt of a signed document today that had some allegations against the Biddeford Police Department. I think I got mine somewhere around 1:30 or something like that this afternoon. Because not all councils are present and because the document deserves some degree of scrutiny.
What they say is inaction at the state level, as neighbors call on the chief and the deputy chief to be put on paid leave pending the investigation.
I will leave you alone. I will deny.
Mayor Cassavant continues to run the city. He's vying for his 3rd term. He continues to obstruct and block discovery of evidence and refuses to put Chief Beaupre on leave so that proper discovery and investigation can be done. Roger Beaupre, the Chief of Police for Biddeford, Maine, is in his 35th year in the position of chief, which is an American record. Continues to rule the city with an iron fist through thuggery and intimidation by police power. He seems to have advanced control over the city council as well as the mayor. The city generally fears retribution from the chief, and looks like he will continue to control testimony and discovery of evidence and proper investigations. Attorney General Janet Mills never did conduct an actual investigation of the police sexual abuse and rape cases. There was no evidence of any documentation or interviews. To date, no interviews have been discoverable through filing of Freedom of Information Act requests. Attorney General Mills is also a law partner in the same law firm that represents Chief Beaupre. the Attorney General seemed to have rejected investigation of the Dodd case when Mayor Cassavant wielded his influence and relationship with Attorney General Mills. Officer Stephen Dodd retired from the Biddeford Police Department. He continues to receive his retirement pay and benefits. His whereabouts are unknown but believed to be in Florida. There was very little concern by the mayor and the police chief and the attorney general that Dodd is any danger to children of today and going forward. However, I have interviewed countless victims of Dodd, so it appears Dodd is one of the most prolific child rapists in the history of the United States, and certainly the most prolific that I have ever investigated. He should be sought out and identified publicly for the safety of children immediately. If anybody knows his whereabouts, they should contact Stop It Now. If there are additional victims who have not yet come forward, or any victims who wish to get some help, they should also contact Stop It Now at stopitnow.org. It should also be noted that Stephen Dodd's father was a high-level Secret Service agent and operative under the first Bush administration and was the director of operations in Kennebunkport for the Bush family. So there certainly may have been wielding of power and influence all the way as far as the White House. Going forward, victims of sexual abuse, either child or adult, ought not report to the Biddeford Police or to City Hall, either past or current abuse situations. The Biddeford Police Department should be considered a hostile entity, in my opinion. I would avoid them at all costs. Instead, report crimes to the York County Sheriff as well as the Maine State Police. The city of Biddeford has an astounding crime rate and crime rate increase, all under the direction of Chief Beaupre. The violent crime has increased and is much higher than the state average. The drug offenses and drug problem within Biddeford is also out of control. So the likelihood of Biddeford Police having a responsible and effective hand in protecting children from sex offenders is minimal. The city has approximately 62 sex offenders. All whereabouts are unknown because addresses were removed from the registry.